You know, we regret it. We regret it
No
for
regrets.
sure.
No regrets, bro.
Oh my gosh, no. But if we would have played Haven or Ascent first map,
Yeah.
different series for sure. Hopefully.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Valoranting after the break. We've gotten through the heavier stuff and now a bit more lighthearted discussion.
Feel better.
Coming
Yes.
on the show, we have someone who likens the Valorant ranked experience to a toxic relationship. No matter how much you hate it, you still keep going back. I want to welcome to the show, recently announced for eUnited, it's JMO. Welcome, buddy.
Yo, what's up, guys? Thanks for
Holy
having me
shit,
on the
this
show.
man's fucking handsome. What's up?
Right,
Nah.
he got the chain on flexing. Like, what is this? Yo?
Damn.
This-
thought I was swagging.
I just always wear it, man. It's just something I always keep on.
Swag don't turn off.
Thanks for having me, though. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
No
no, I
problem.
mean, listen, glad to have you here. You have been around the competitive NA scene for like a ton of time, right? Obviously, this recent announcement to United is not your first rodeo. So, do you want to just tell everybody, who's tuning in, sort of what your history is in esports and in Valorant as well?
Oh no, of course. I mean, it's been a journey for sure for me. It all started by being on Noble back in
Yep.
October or it was a long time, October, September, around there. And obviously, that was the start of my esports career in Valorant at least, and from there I went, I got transferred to Immortals, and I was there for 3 months, and we all know about how that went, and you know, I'm it's something that I keep a chip on my shoulder about that.
Mhm.
I'm happy about the achievements I have with them as a team in that roster, but I think about my future, and that's the most important thing. And now I'm with eUnited, and that's my focus right now.
Yo, Uber, let me take this. Let me
You
feed
got
off
it,
that,
bro.
right?
Yo, you got
So
it.
Jason, JMO, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
said you got a chip on your shoulder, right, baby? So
hmm
why eUnited, and how far do you think this team can go? And why do you think you're a great fit for this? I know that's like 3 questions in one, but I really want to see where you're coming from personally, man.
Well, the thing is, like, this is a team that just lost their IGL, right? They're going through a
Yeah.
new transition, they're a whole new change, and they're all players that are hungry, just like me. We want to win. We want to be the best, right? But we know it's gonna take time because they just lost their IGL. So I want to come in to this team, bring my experience that I have had with the tier one scene for those, couple 3 months around with Immortals, and I want to just toss in ideas, toss in things, and just pick their brains and make them more experienced players.
So does this mean you're hopping into the roster as like the IGL coming into eUnited right now? And how do you find the IGL currently, or the state of it in Valorant?
I feel like to be in IGL and Valorant is tough, right? You need to know what you're doing, what the team's doing, their abilities, their ults. Yeah, there's so much going on, right?
Hmm.
And as player coming in, I really don't have much IGL experience, but I have experience in the scene enough that I could play
Yeah.
IGL. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
I feel like you know I could hop in as IGL for this team, because of knowing, like, just by experience with the game, I could definitely transition to that role as an op IGL, which is not really that or Jet IGL, which isn't really that rare anymore. But yeah, for sure.
That's true. I was gonna say, because like if you're thinking about Jet IGL, so of course Showtime, you're the previous person that was there, but you're thinking about Shazam at that point too. I think DXN also at some point was IGL calling as Jet. Why is it not that rare actually? Because you basically have to focus a lot on getting that entry, especially as Jet.
It's weird to me because yeah, you have to be focusing on entering, and you're gonna be going in first, and you're the head of the team. You need to be making the plays,
Yeah.
right? You're a
Mm,
duelist. But I feel like, it's weird, but it's common that
Mhm.
Jets are starting to become more into the IGL role. But just like, in CS, Fallen for,
yeah,
he was an IGL for
that's
that
true.
MIBR. And it's just something about the op role. By getting that, map knowledge, the map control, you know what's happening. So if you just it's just something about that.
Do you find that
Okay.
it's easier to call sort of macro, right? So like mid round, late round stuff while you're playing Jet? Because obviously you might go for an early peak and then sort of tailwind away and then maybe play a little bit safer the rest of the round. Do you feel like you're in a good position to call like the rotates or sort of the late executes?
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, like I said before, whenever you're a jet, you need map control.
Yeah.
You need to be holding down somewhere, and if you see nothing, ciphers not showers or whatever, you
Hmm.
call that to your team, and just like that, it clicks, and they know what to
Yeah.
do. Like you need to be straightforward, knowing what you're doing pre-round, and that makes you have the chance to mid-round call and know what's going on for the rest of the round.
So about you, J-Mo, listen,
Veli's just in
Oh
love,
man,
bro. Can you just
Listen.
contain yourself, bro? Take me to dinner, bro. At least.
listen,
what
listen,
started.
listen. So J-Mo, I love watching you first strike. When you guys
Thanks,
kept
man.
going A on Icebox, it was really cute. By the way, whose idea was that? You need to call him out right
Oh
now.
my gosh. You know what? He doesn't want to admit to it, but JC Stanny, man.
Ah.
That's
That's why he doesn't want to call anymore, bro. He's like, no, I'm done.
He doesn't want to admit to it though, but it's JC, man.
There wasn't nobody in that conversation that said, "Nah, dog, I think we need to go B." There was no one that spoke
Uh,
up.
it's crazy because I'm pretty sure we still had like a 7-5 half, even though we lost. It was
Yeah.
like 7-5. It wasn't like like a 9-3 or anything crazy.
It
But
started like 6-0 though, but
oh yeah, it started 6-0, but I don't know. We thought we could surprise Envy with the Icebox pick because they
Mm.
thought we were gonna ban Split, or no, they thought we were gonna play Split against them, I think.
yeah.
But we banned Split and we played Icebox first map, and you know we regret it. We regret it
No
for
regrets.
sure.
No regrets, bro.
Oh my gosh, no. But if we would have played Haven or Ascent first map,
Yeah.
different series for sure. Hopefully.
So
Actually, go ahead, Uber.
no, all I wanted to say is that obviously, like, I will not harp on your time with IMT too much, right? Because the future's, looking pretty bright for you. But I was kind of curious to know what your biggest takeaway was. Like, what's the most teachable moment
Exactly.
that you had at Immortals, and like, what is it that you bring to eUnited now as a result of that experience?
Um, that's a good question. I think the biggest takeaway is just knowing that nothing. You take nothing for granted. You need to
Mhm.
be always winning, always focusing on yourself and the team. And you know, esports is a crazy world. Anything could happen, but
Yep.
no matter what, you just want to keep playing. The best of your abilities, learn from your mistakes. And just improve on what you need to improve on. Just you want to be better each day. You don't want to just take, being benched as like this is the end of the world, right? Or like
Yeah. Yeah.
getting
Yep.
cut like, okay, I can't find a team. No, you want to take that as motivation. And I think that's the biggest takeaway for me. Just, this was like the biggest motivation for me to find another roster, to grind it out all over again and start winning. That's all
Yeah.
that matters for sure.
And sorry to continue one more question here on your stint with Immortals too. It's because looking at it from the outside perspective, and you also playing for Immortals before, and now, for example, as we could get into the VCTs too, you see now that Immortals have made it into, or they've won the open qualifiers, right, versus Envy in the end. So, what was that magic recipe for Immortals with having such a revolving door through the past iterations, but still perform so well? You had emergency replacements with Shanks coming in too at some point, and you guys are still popping off to qualify for first strike.
No, yeah, like for sure. Mortals they're always about winning, right? Every
Mm-hmm.
roster they've had, it's always been a roster of winning. With Asuna and Dicey,
Yep.
Kohler, all them. They always won games. They were always up there.
Mm-hmm.
With their new pickups and chemicals in nature, they're definitely really good players. They got picked up from the tier 2 scene, and they're definitely showing up right now. But I'm not gonna be saying anything until we see what if they actually make it to the
Yeah.
tournament. The
True.
open quali, great. The seeding is
Seeding. Yeah.
great. All that doesn't matter. Let's see how it happens when if they make it through, then I'll be happy for them though. But it's the open quality, and they still perform well. They beat Envy and Sentinels, but
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll see how it is.
Do you think Valorant's random? People having this same discussion like constantly. Like 100 Thieves, they get knocked out early. TSM lose
Yeah.
obviously to Xset. What do you think about this?
I think the game is in a stage where it's just like anybody can beat anybody if you're not on your A game, right?
Yeah.
That's what I love about Valorant though. Like that's what it's great because upsets could happen out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
and people would be happy. Like people would be. That's what makes the game fun. You don't want like an Astralis, right? Like some guy
Yeah.
just dominating the scene all the time, like in CS. But you like when like new teams come out of the nowhere, beat other teams, and then they grow. Like that's what you want to see. You want to see those teams grow up.
Yeah, but so we had a tweet that came out about like 2 weeks ago. I think it was from KP, right, or Inox, that was saying like the state of like even tier 2 for Valorant is
Mhm.
so volatile. Like you said, anybody could beat anybody. But is it necessarily about the A game, or is it about, like, some people were mentioning, like, the RNG of, like, certain pistol rounds or certain guns, the running and gunning, or even, like, is it more momentum based? How do you perceive this as to why do we have these upsets?
Obviously in Valorant, because it's so shorter rounds, 13 rounds, pistol rounds are really crucial, right?
Mhm.
And right now, the frenzy is just unbelievable. I mean, like, I'm sorry, but yeah, right now, as in today, pistol rounds are straight RNG with the
Mhm.
frenzy, and
Okay.
I had to admit, even with the right click classic, that was really that was annoying. But the frenzy armor, man, I'm telling you guys, if they swing with the frenzy, you're not winning that fight. It is impossible. But it's crazy to me. But yeah, of course, winning pistols are important. But what makes good teams great is the gun rounds, right? And
Yeah.
if you don't win the gun rounds, then you can't be a great team, no matter what. Because like I said, like pistol rounds, some good teams, pro teams lose to some tier 2 teams on pistols, and it's whatever. But like that's what makes them great is winning those gun rounds and how they come back from that. So for
Mhm.
sure, yeah, on that.
All right,
Let's talk
bro.
about your. Oh, sorry, you go, Billy.
No, no,
I've been
no,
talking
Uber,
over you.
you go, you go, you go.
I just kind of want to know. I kind of want to know a little bit like what the temperature check is on eUnited now, right? It's so early. It's really really early days, right? Obviously, you play in the qualifiers here. You end up going up against C9 White. It ends up being like a 3 map series. Talk to us sort of what goes wrong there. Obviously, uh, C9 White obviously looking a little bit better. I guess we didn't get a Mel pop off this time, which may be for the best. But yeah, so they look to be improving, but obviously you guys experienced them firsthand. So tell us about that.
So pretty much, let me just say something. Katie's insane. She deserves to be
Mhm.
on a tier 1 team. I don't care. And second of
Mm.
all, I mean, like I got picked up a day before the challengers, so we weren't expecting to go that crazy, but we wanted to win, of course.
Mhm.
But I'm not taking any credit away from C9Y. They still played amazing, but yeah, I got picked up a day before, so we were just honestly we didn't have too much to go over. We are just, they wanted me to be free in the challengers. They wanted me to like, be comfortable. So we just went in there. We tried to win. They played great. And that was that. We'll be definitely prepared for the 1 in 8 days, though. I'll tell you that.
Nice.
All right, so the calls are done. Well, not done. We have top 8. What is your honest and real opinion on how this is about to go down? Who are the 4 teams that are gonna make it, man?
I need to see that list again. So
It's 4 teams, right? It's 4
Yeah, it's
teams.
4
yeah.
teams.
Yeah, 4 teams get through. So it's NRG, Envy, Immortals, Sentinels.
hmm
Oh,
Okay. I think Envy will make it past Ambox, but I think that's gonna be a good
okay.
game. I think Sentinels will beat Luminosity, but I know Luminosity is doing really good too. Genji NRG is gonna be a great match. That's
Yeah.
gonna be. I feel like that's probably definitely probably one of the best matches.
What do you think about Kusa actually joining?
And what
Because
does he
you
add to this
mentioned a lot of
team?
CS. So what's your thought on
Yeah,
Kusta?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've scrimmed a couple times against Genji so far with Kusa, and he's a really good player, man. He's definitely already
He's
transitioned really
solid.
well. He's a great cipher. He's a really
Yep.
good player, and I think he will definitely be one of the top players for sure in the next couple months. The more he plays, and he'll be great. And yeah, he's Genji. Genji's looking good. Don't be surprised. I
Okay.
feel like Genji might be NR. I think Genji will be NRG. Um,
Okay.
probably like 2-1, be really close. But NRG is also great too. And I think Immortals, exit, man. Uh,
Say it, say it. It's all right. It's all right. Say it.
yeah, I don't have bad blood with my boys at Immortals, but I gotta go exit, guys.
Hey, there you go. Hey, now one,
it'll
one more
be it'll
team.
be it'll be close though.
One more team. What about FaZe Clan? How do you feel
Oh,
about them?
true. FaZe, yeah. They're a great team. They're
That
definitely
was a bait for Uber. I wanted to see Uber's reaction to that. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, are they just weird to play or to watch? Like, what's your take on? I want your take on FaZe Clan because they
and
seem just bizarre.
I don't know. I mean, that team, they're good. They have really good players and they could win against anybody, but it's just yeah, like you said, it's bizarre.
Mhm.
Mm.
But I mean, I don't know too much about them like in depth, but they definitely could beat anybody on any given day or
Yeah.
night, but it's just I don't know. It hasn't really
Thought-
happened.
and thoughts on Silence with 100 Thieves. Of course, they got upset and stuff like that too. But like, do you? So we were kind of like theory crafting that it's not the same role for Silence because he's usually a duelist. He's also has to fill in the role for Nitro. I've mentioned that Dicey had to play a Sage on certain maps too. Overall, what's your take of how 100 Thieves came into this event?
You know, definitely Songs has some big shoes to fill with Nitro, right? And 100
Yeah,
Thieves, they just won first strike, so you
yeah,
know he definitely a lot of pressure for the young gun there, but you know he's a good player, and I think he has definitely a lot of potential. You know, unfortunate they didn't make it through, but he definitely has a lot of potential, and yeah, I think he was definitely a good stand-in for them.
yeah.
Um, and it's definitely, you know, like you said, he plays duelist, but now he's playing Omen. And Omen, I mean, Omen is kind of a duelist, guys. Let's be honest. Like you
I
can
call him a
flash.
duelist. I call him a
Yeah,
duelist. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I
So
guess you have no choice when you can't afford a fucking paranoia anymore.
no, yeah, no, yeah,
Gotta make money somehow. God fucking damn it.
oh yeah. So yeah, no, he's a good player, and I think you know it just takes time for sure
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for him to transition into that role of Nitros.
So basically, when it comes to eUnited, like let's be completely honest. eUnited, they're
Billy's
not
an
the.
United fanboy, by the way. Just I don't know if you
I'm
know
not a
that.
fanboy. Relax, man.
He's on the Johnson. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, listen. I will say this: I carry their coach in rank, but other than that, now
That
play.
doesn't say much.
All right,
man.
yo, Vince,
Whoa!
chill. No. I really wanted to utilize this moment, right? People don't talk about eUnited, but eUnited, they're obviously doing well in games.
Mhm.
From your experience of joining eUnited, like you don't even have to suck up to them. Why the fuck do you really like this team? Like, who stands out? Like, if we were to watch the eUnited play tomorrow, who's the player we need to watch out for? What's going to make this team special?
Scrunch for sure. The Reyna. His name is Tanner.
Mhm.
He's
Oh
really.
shit!
I'm telling you guys right now. He
He said, "Oh
definitely.
shit."
He's Tanner, dude.
Yeah, he's I'm not he's definitely an up and coming player. He's like one of the best aimers I think I've seen. You know, and I played with Shot Up. That guy is absolutely
I was gonna
crazy.
say.
Mhm.
So, like, if you compare it
Wow.
to like Shot Up to Thief and stuff like that too, how's Scourge up there?
He's Scourge he I like that's tough, man. I don't know. He's aim wise, he's pretty much up there. Like
Okay,
it's
Okay.
right there. He's young
That's
too,
good
right?
praise.
He's young too, man. So he definitely has a lot of upside for him, and you
nice.
know, it just takes time. Like I said, it's gonna take time for everything, but I know I'm ready for it, and we're gonna start winning soon for sure.
The time is in 8 days.
Yeah,
8 days,
Damo,
it's a long time.
we
Yep.
cannot wait to see more from this United roster. I think we're pretty
Mhm.
excited. You kind of give us, I'm glad we got you on here. You give us a lot more to look forward to as well. It's great to hear what's going on inside the engine room there as well. And I know a lot of people that really enjoyed watching you with IMT will be excited to see you pop off with United. Before we move on and let you go, because we've kept you waiting a fair while even before you got
Yeah, sorry
here.
about that, man.
No,
Where
it's
can people
okay,
follow
guys.
you? Are you out there streaming? You know what I mean? Like, you know, on you know, you're out there on Twitter. Let us know where we can sort of connect with you and sort of keep up
Course.
with you, what you're up to.
Oh yeah. So you want me to say my Twitter?
Yeah,
Okay.
plug it, my guy.
It's just JMOGG. You know, I don't really post that much, but you know, you'll find some good content there, I guess. And
Hell
on my
yeah.
stream, JMO is just JMO. Twitch.tv JMO.
Awesome. Jamo, thanks so much for joining us, man, and good luck in 8 days. Of course, the clock's
Thank you.
ticking. I'm sure you're getting ready. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yo,
See you
thank
in
you
our
guys for
top 4.
having me. Oh yeah. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Take it
Thank you
easy,
guys so
man.
much for having me. Take it easy, guys.
A pleasure.
bro,
Later,
peace.
brother.
Tell your coach I said he sucks. All right.
I'll let him know. I'll let him know.
All right.
What's up, guys?
See you, bro.